It's fun taking old stuff, making new things out of it, and seeing other people enjoy them to the point that they want to give me money for them. So that's really cool. I'm Mark Smith, and I have a side business that's called Vintage Smith. I mainly make hanging fixtures. We do some table lamps and floor lamps, but a hanging fixture, it's just cool to see your art hanging in somebody's den or living room. I don't know what inspires me to create. I'm a creative person, and it's really hard to not be creative. And I lost some creative outlets, is why I started this company. I have to make things, I have to be creative in one way or another. And it's nice to have a creative outlet where I don't have somebody telling me what to make. I make things I like, and if other people like them, that's a bonus. I have an art background, so I kind of understand a little bit about design and a cohesive look to something. So I take that background and I collect textures that I like, use things that are usually rusty, chippy paint, beat up, got some life to it. Sometimes I buy them and not know what I'm going to do with them. And basically I'll put them in my shop where I can see them, and eventually an idea comes to me. I've mostly made light fixtures, but I've made other furniture, upcycled things out of doors and dollies and things like that. I get most of my traffic from Facebook and from live markets. We sell at local pop-up markets in the area. Local word of mouth is in the pop-up market scene is where people really like the stuff. The best ways to get a hold of us is you can message us through Facebook. It's Vintage Smith, or vintagesmith.net online.
Marathon Church is bringing fun and excitement to Powdersville.
We got a ton of kids that are just excited to be just learning about Jesus, hanging out, having fun.
Marathon's annual kids camp kicked off for its 15th straight year. This year's theme, Emoji Land.
We always come up with something like every year. This is Emoji Land. We've done all kinds of stuff. But basically we're trying to figure out something that relates to kids and work that into what we're doing, because we want to get kids to accept Jesus Christ.
Kids Camp creates a fun-loving atmosphere for kids while teaching them about the Bible through interactive games, stories, and music.
They're so much fun. There's so many things they get to do. They got a song they're going to get to do on family night. They got to be a part of that. The family comes. They get to be on stage. They get to be on video. The whole deal. Everything that they want to do, they love to do. That's why you should be here always.
The camp is scheduled to run 3 more days this week, ending with family night on Thursday, where parents get to see all the kids have learned.
All the kids that weren't here tonight, that you need to be here tomorrow, or at least one of the nights to come experience it and have fun with us.
Zook says you're going to want to be here for this. There's just too much to miss out on. Kids Camp will continue tomorrow at 6 p.m. at Marathon's Powdersville location. For WTCT News, I'm Caleb McGuire. Great times, great food, great games, and more. America's Sports Bar and Grill can turn any ordinary time out into a fun, exciting memory. Enjoy American cuisine prepared by our very own Chef D, along with your favorite beverage in top-of-the-line hookah. Watch the big game with big screen TVs, play at the arcade, or just shoot some pool. Visit americaspubandhookahbar.com. That's americaspubandhookahbar.com. America's, come friendly, leave friendly. Freedom of speech. Does anyone know what it actually means? Is it freedom of the press? The right to assemble? Maybe there is no right answer. That's the beauty in it. We as Americans are fortunate enough to live in a nation where we can freely express our thoughts and ideas. Celebrate your freedom October 19th through the 25th with Free Speech Week. This message is brought to you by the NAB Education Foundation and the Broadcast Education Association.
Hi, I'm Mike McGuire. I'm a taxidermist. I mount animals for a living. Taxidermist is actually recreating an animal, preserving it for life. I was fortunate enough to have a father who raised myself and my brother in the outdoors, and from the time I can remember a young child, we were going fishing and hunting small game, and I would take the hides and try to salt them and tan them. And then later in life, as I got into my teenage years, I had an uncle who actually went into taxidermy business. And I would spend my summers up at his shop working with him and learning the trade. And it just kind of developed from there. I've been doing this for 39 to 40 years. And I'm glad that taxidermist really has taken off like it has in the area, because it's really a good thing, and there's a lot of competition out there, so it makes everybody do better work. I love seeing what I have been able to recreate and getting it as close to perfection as I can. That's what most taxidermists will tell you. They want to recreate it in that lifelike moment. The eyes are very important, the expressions are very important, the colors are very important, and when you're able to reproduce that, it's just fulfilling. It's enjoying what you do. It's more of a passion, and getting to see the finished result and seeing the smile on a customer's face when they pick it up and say, wow, he looks just like he did when I took him.
We had a good relationship. A long time. She's had a lot of health problems down through the years, same as I have. But we'd always worked through them and made the best of it.
Her first stroke happened during the night or the early morning hours. My dad had got her up to check on her, woke her up.
And said she didn't feel good, said she needed to go to the bathroom. I got her out of bed, and when I got her on the floor, she just plumped. She had that stroke, she couldn't get up. She was paralyzed on her left side.
We had to find a facility for her to be able to go to, and so she went to an assisted living facility. Just a few weeks after being there, she suffered a second stroke, and so it was back to the hospital. We were told then by the doctors that what they were recommending or thought may be best would be for us to bring her home with hospice.
We've got aides coming in now, and a nurse, I believe they come 3 times a week. It's not easy, but we get through it real well.
Before her dementia and this disease, Mom was that same person of always wanting to take care of everybody else. And even with this disease, I think that may be even multiplied a little bit.
She's real cooperative with everything that anybody asks her to do, and polite to everybody.
Her attitude is always incredible. Hospice workers can't believe how happy she is. She jokes. She is compliant with anything that they ask her to do or that we ask her to do. She's usually apologizing because she can't help more. Even in this disease, as hard as that is, our strength every day comes from the Lord.
That's where I find my hope, with my family and my Savior. We had enough faith in Him to see us through all of this. I believe we've been as close to each other as family as any family could be down through the years.
Someone said to us that it would get old us taking care of Mom, but it won't. She's taking care of us, and we're going to take care of her, just like she's always done for us.